salsa just does it for me. It's comfort, it's delicious, it's all the things. Today I'm hooking up some yummy baked pasta, every oven's favorite, don't look it up, and it's gonna be the ultimate. Let's go. I have my pot of water prepped and waiting for the boiling party to begin. I'm using calamarata pasta for the first time ever, and I'm super excited because I think this pasta is gonna trap the meat sauce inside its loops and make this even more heavenly than I think it already is going to be. While I wait for the water to boil, I'm taking the casing off my hot Italian sausages and adding them to my pan, warmed to medium heat, which for me is a 6 out of 10. Once they're all in, I'm using my meat grinder crusher masher gadget and ever so carefully mashing the sausages to break them up. With these guys all mashed up-ish, I'm adding 16 ounces of sliced mushrooms and breaking up some of the bigger guys into smaller pieces. Everyone gets nice and stirred up, and then it's time to go in with even more magic. I'm starting off with 8 minced garlic cloves because garlic is life. All of that gets stirred, and then it's time for one 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Now, honestly, my preference is whole peeled San Marzano tomatoes, but this is what I had in my pantry, so crushed tomatoes it is. I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of water in the can, swirling that around to get some of the last bits of the crushed tomatoes, and adding that to the pan as well. Everyone gets another really good stir, and then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt and 1 sprig of basil and giving that a stir. This guy is gonna get covered, and that delicious meat sauce is gonna simmer for 20 to 25 minutes while the pasta cooks and gets all nice and pretty. When time is up, I'm fishing out the sprig of basil and adding the juice of half of a lemon, another half teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, and the zest of 1 entire lemon, and stirring those babies into that delicious meat sauce that is just giving all the things. So there's probably a much better way to do this, but I had a lot of meat sauce and I had a lot of pasta and not a ton of room in either pot. So pasta in the meat sauce pan it is. Our stirring is complete, my arm is nice and sore, and I worked up a mega appetite. Now for phase 2. I'm spraying my 13x9 casserole dish with olive oil and adding half of my pasta. To that, I'm adding 8 ounces of freshly shredded mozzarella cheese, and I highly encourage you to shred your own because it tastes so much better, and making sure all of that is evenly distributed. We don't want to play favorites, you know? To that, I'm adding the second half of my pasta to the casserole dish and topping that with another 8 ounces of mozzarella because cheese is life. This big fella is going in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes or until the sauce is nice and bubbly and the cheese is golden and pretty. Seriously, what? I mean, look at that bubbling and melted cheese and all the things. It's crispy and golden on top and delicious and saucy in the middle. Every ingredient adds such a flavor-packed layer that adds on to the layers before and after to create the ultimate baked pasta that is, oh my god, so good. So right here, I pulled a serious rookie move and used the wrong tool for the job. This pasta is legit. She is saucy and she is cheesy and she is heavy, and I really needed a serving spoon the size of the rock. But instead I was too lazy to grab the right spoon and this happened. That spoonful of pasta fell off the spoon and sauce and cheese went literally everywhere, including all over my camera. I wish I had captured some of the footage to show you the aftermath, but all I could think about in the moment was cleaning off my camera and making sure she didn't suffer any damage. So, you know, she's totally fine, but I did share some of her saucy spots on my Instagram stories for your enjoyment. So if you're not following me, please make sure you head on over and become friends with me on Instagram at Shantel. Anyway, if you're ever nervous in the kitchen, just remember I did this and problem solved. This baked pasta was seriously the best. You know how much I dislike dry pasta. I need my pasta to have some gusto and definitely sauce and more sauce, and this did not disappoint. The calamarata pasta was so good and did exactly what I thought it would, and that is trap that meat sauce inside its cute little loops, which was seriously all the things. Those bursts of sauce and meat and mushrooms and lemon zest every time I took a bite was, oh my god, heaven. Seriously, 100 out of 10.